a deceiver. So in these last days, it's letting us know that the devil, the deceiver, would be coming down with great wrath. Okay? So he was going to be coming with what? Lies in these end days. Deceit. Because what does devil mean? Diablos, deceiver. Okay? So scriptures warn us of what was going to happen. And it says with great wrath. Anger. Wrath is anger. Okay? Hate. A fervent hate. Okay? Why? Because this word's getting out. And it's cutting the demons. It's cutting the devils. Okay? They don't want us to teach this word. Okay? For the devil is come down having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So these devils, they know they have a very, very short time. A very short time. So if the devil knows he has a short time, he's going to be panicking. And then demons inside of them are going to be panicking as well. Why? Because they have a very, very short time. This is why Esau's trying to speed up their persecution, the slander. But the scriptures told us what to do when these things shall come. Scriptures told us what to do. Okay? Scriptures told us not to fret over these things also. Okay? Let's go to Luke, because this is all prophecy. All prophecy. Let's go to Luke 7. Oh, this is heavy. Luke 7 and 40. 40. The disciple is not above his master. Okay, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. So it says the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that shall be, like everyone that shall be perfect is as his master. So the things that you're going through is because Yahawashi went through. That's what you gotta understand. Okay, that's what you gotta understand. Okay, and it says, and why beholdest the mote that is in thy brother's eye? A mote is a problem. Look at that word mote, a stick, a stem, an issue. Okay, but perceive the beam that is in thy own eye. Okay, you got a whole bag of demons yourself. You clearly got demons all up in your fucking inward parts. But you're going to get on another man that's actually in Yahawashi. That's actually fervent. Okay? That's why you've got to be very careful, especially when it comes to judgment. You want to be what? Balanced. Okay? Balanced. Okay? And it says, but perceiveth not the beam that is in their own eye. So that's the first thing in this truth. You've got to perceive the beam that is in your eye. The problem, the issue with you. And the issue in your, because you may have even an issue in your camp. But you're going to pass judgment on that, which you can't, obviously you can pass judgment, but you want to make sure you're not doing the same. Hypocrite. Okay. And it says, okay, and if you've got a problem, I'm sure you've got to ring me up. Okay? If there's an issue, let it be known. You know? If you've got an issue, let it be known. Okay? And it says, either how canst thou say to thy brother, brother, let me pull out the bolt that is in thy eye. Yeah, bro, you know, you got this, you got that. You do this, you do that. Okay? When thou thyself beholds not the beam that is in thy own eye. So you got a big ass beam in your own eye. You got a bag of issues. You got a bag of demons. But you go and try to judge this man's sermon. Thou hypocrite. Okay, thou hypocrite. Cast out the beam out of thy own eye. So that's the first thing you got to do in this truth. You got to cast out the beam out of thy own eye. The problem in your own eye. Before you cast out the problem within another man. Okay. And thou shalt see clearly. That's how you can see clearly. So, example. You know, if you were going off in the world, you were going off. Or even if you were going off in the truth, you put away those things, and now you can see clearly because that issue with you is gone. So now you're more likely to judge. You can judge. That's what it means to cast out of the beam out of thy own eye, hypocrite. Okay. I pull them out. Bear me just a minute. And then shall thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. That's when you can do that. See, there's a level and there's a balance to everything. It doesn't mean you can't judge, because you can still do that. Okay? But now you're able to see clearly. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit. So, if a tree, and that tree represents men, the foundation of it is a good fruit. So it's going to stay good. It's not going to change. Okay? But, okay, nor for, bear me just a minute, neither doth corrupt tree bring forth corrupt fruit. So if you're a corrupt tree, if you're a corrupt man, the whole fruit's going to be corrupted. You understand what I'm saying? So a good tree which represents you, what does that represent? Good fruit. And what's your fruit? Your deeds, your actions, your works. So you should be able to go on a brother's page and you should be able to see his works. Because what the works are manifest. So when you come to the light, your works are manifest. Okay, and you see that. Alright, I go on this brother's page. What's his works? What's he speaking about? What's his fruit? Because your fruit is your works. Okay. The works of truth. Not what you were doing back in the world. Your works is it. Example, your works is not you you're eating some pasta. You're playing boxing. You're boxing. That's not the works. Okay. Your works is a manifestation of who you are. That's your works. And your labor in this truth. That's the works. More so the truth. So what's your works according to the truth? For every tree is known by his own fruit. So every tree is known by his fruit. So all you got to do is just look at the tree and look at the type of fruit. Oh, that's good fruit. That's abundant fruit. We can eat off this tree. Oh, this fruit, this page. And the fruit is also your page, your channel. Deceptive, evil. That's a deceptive fruit. Okay? So that's your fruit, your works. Your works in the truth, what you're doing. Okay? If you're an evil, deceptive man, then you're going to bring forth evil, deceptive works, fruit. If you're an honest and upright man, according to Yahawashi, you're going to bring forth what? Good fruit. Simple. Okay? Every tree is known by his fruit. For of thorns do men gather figs? The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay? Nor of a bramble bush do men gather grapes. Okay? A good man out of the good treasure of his heart, your mind. So it says the good man out of the good treasure. So we can also, we're going to go into Matthews as well. The good treasure. What's our treasure? What is our treasure? The word. So if you have a good treasure, your treasure is going to be what? The word. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart. So what do we treasure? The word. So you're going to be thinking what? Good things. bringing forth that which is good. Okay? Because it all starts within your mind. If you're evil, you're going to be bringing forth that which is evil. And an evil man, out of the evil treasure of his heart. Okay? And how do you become evil? By not being in the words efficiently, by doing your own thing. Okay? That's how you become evil. Okay? For the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. So, whatever you're speaking, that's a manifestation of your thought. And if you're not in the words how you should be, then you're going to be bringing forth evil. Why? Because now Satan has a stronghold on your mind. Okay. So we're going to go straight to Matthews to reconnect with what I'm saying. Matthew 6. And this is why men, they become overcome by them evil spirits. If you're in the word continually and applying, you're not going to be overcome by the evil spirits of this world, because you're in Yahawashi. Okay? Let's go to Matthew 6 and straight to, where was we? Start at 19. And it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. So again, what are the treasures we are laying up? This word. These are the treasures we are laying up. Spiritual treasures. And where moth nor rust does corrupt. Because moth and rust, they're going to corrupt all these physical, tangible things we see. Okay? And where thieves break through and still. So thieves are going to break through what? And still. Thieves can break through and still. Okay? Everything you have. Okay? But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. So part of what you're doing, you do know when you're doing this work, you're laying up treasures in heaven for Yahawashi. And if you're spiritual, if you have vision, you're going to put in the work, put in the labor, because you believe you're going to get a reward for the labor that you have done. If you don't believe it, you're not going to do this work, because you don't believe you're going to get a reward for your labor. Okay? And it says, where was I? Where moth nor rust doth corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. Okay, for where your treasure is, and that's another thing. It says where thieves cannot break through nor steal. Nobody can steal your joy. Nobody can steal your treasure. Bear me just a minute. John comes to mind. Bear me just a minute. John, I think it's 8 and 44. John 8 and, see if we can find it. 40. No. Bear me just a minute. John 10 and 44, because it says, am I on the right one? Bear me just a minute. John 10 and, on the right one. Is it John 10 and 10? Yes, John 10 and 10. For the thief come not. Again, the thief come not, but to what? But to steal and to kill. The thief wants to take away your joy. And this is symbolic of when Esau came to the shores of America. What did he do? But it also goes to what? The wicked. You see what I mean? A lot of the scriptures are twofold. You understand what I'm saying? The thief cometh but to steal and to kill and to destroy. So men that are wicked, they want to seek to kill, to destroy you. Okay? And it says, bear me, I lost it. I am come that they might have life. So guess what? We have life through Yahawashi. Perfect life. And guess what? Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. Okay? And they might have it more abundantly. So in this truth, we have life. And guess what? We're declaring that life. And we're declaring that light. And who is that life, Yahawashi? Okay. So let's go back to where we were. Matthews. Because remember what we are reading. Out of the good treasure of a man, out of the good treasure of a man, he bringeth good things, but out of the evil treasure bringeth evil things. You understand? So let's go. So we're back on Matthews. So we're back on Matthews. Okay. This is Matthews 7 and 20. We were on the feet where thieves do not break through and steal. So we're laying up them treasures. Bear me just a minute. Verse 21. For where your treasure is. So what's your treasure? Your treasure is what we value. I treasure this truth. Okay? That's why this is what I think about. So if you treasure something, it's going to be on your mind continually. Continue on your mind. You're going to be consumed by it because you treasure it. Okay? You treasure something, you value it. Okay? So where your treasure is, where will your heart be? Also, your mind. Okay? That's where your mind's going to be. Okay? The light of the body is the eye. Okay? Your mind's eye, your pineal gland, the center of thought. Okay? If therefore the eye be single, which means what? Focus. So if your eye's single, but what is it single on? It has to be single on Yahawashi. Why did Peter you know when Peter was Yahawashi said, walk unto me when Yahawashi was on the sea. And he said, come unto me. Why did Peter sink? Why did he sink? Because he lost that focus. That's why. Okay. And it says, the light of the body is the eye. If the eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. You're gonna have a light countenance about you. It's gonna show. It's gonna resonate. People are gonna see that light upon you. Okay? Why? Because you're in the Word and you're doing. Okay? But if the eye be evil, okay, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. So again, how is one's eye evil? And that eye goes into mind. By you, what? Giving heed to Satan. Okay? By you entertaining them demonic thoughts. That's how your eye becomes evil. Okay? Especially towards your brother. Then you're going to be doing things and you're going to be saying things that you should not be saying. Okay? And it says, if therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? So that little bit of light, that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding, that truth be darkness, how great is that darkness? Huh? How great is it? Okay? That means you've been overcome by the spirit of this world. Again, that's why I always say, don't be lukewarm. Give it your all. Because men are being overcome by these evil spirits. In the truth. In the truth. Men are being overcome by these evil spirits. Okay? And the only way to combat that is by this truth. By this word. That's the only way you overcome this world. Because without this truth you cannot do that. Okay? just going to be left out there. Okay? Bugged out. Okay? So let's continue. No man can serve two masters, so you can't have it both ways. And Jesus is negro, okay? No blanco, okay? No man can serve two masters. So you can't serve two masters in this world. You can't have it both ways. A lot of men, they claim to be of the truth, but they're really of the world. They want to be loved of the world. So if you want to be loved of the world, that means you're not of the truth. You can't have it both ways. For either he will hate the one. So guess what? If you're a lover of this world, you're going to be hating those that are of the truth. Or even hate the one and love the other. So you're going to hate the one and love the other. You're going to be partial. This explains why men are partial in their minds. Why they can't really make a decision. And why their judgment is off. Because they want to be accepted by the world. But they want to have one foot in the truth, one foot in the world. They want to be spoken good of by this world. You can't have it like that. Okay? And it says, or else he would hold to the one and despise the other. Okay? That's how it goes. So if you're really about the truth, your whole life is going to be about the truth. Okay? You're not gonna be all over the place. You're 1 minute you're about the truth, next minute you're not gonna be like that, shaking to and fro. That means you're double-minded. And it says, you cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. A lot of you have got a money demon on you. Okay? A lot of men, they put the world before they put God. The scripture says you cannot serve Mammon and the Most High. What's Mammon? Mammon is money. So if you're serving Mammon, money, how are you going to be beneficial to the truth? You put the truth first. A lot of guys, they can't put the truth first. Okay? Wherefore, maybe just a minute, that's it on that. Okay? And be prepared to be slandered, to be ridiculed, for Yahawashi's sake. Okay? Beautiful thing. Okay? They've done the same thing to Yahawashi. Spare me just a minute. This is Luke 20. Okay, this is Luke 20. And we're going to go straight to see what we can get. Luke 20. And spare me just a minute. And let's start at verse 20. And it came to pass that one of those days he taught the people in the temple. Okay? Because Yahawashi was always in the temple daily. Okay, not weekly, daily in the temple, teaching, okay, constantly, okay, and it says, and he taught in the temple and preached the gospel, and the chief priests, again, the chief priests are back there again, okay, and it says, and preached the gospel, and the chief priests and the scribes came upon him with the elders, because they were always plotting upon Yahawashi. Okay? And it says, and spake unto him, saying, tell us, what authority do they do with these things? And who is he that giveth this authority? Because you have certain men that look at us, even if you're a younger brother in this truth. Oh, but where is he given the authority? Who gives him the authority to speak that way? Yahawashi has given me the authority to speak this way. Okay, that's why men, they can't speak in the power, spirit and power of Yahawashi. Okay? It's Yahawashi that's given us the authority to speak this way. Okay? And it says, spare me just a minute. and spake unto him, tell us what authority did I do with these things, and who is he that giveth thee this authority, this power? Okay. And he answered and said unto him, I will ask of you one thing. And he answered me, the baptism of John, was it from heaven or men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we say from heaven, he will say, why then believe ye him not? So guess what, Yahawashi, he put out particular things where he would confound them in their own questions, because of what? They were being slimy slime balls. They were plotting on Yahawashi, trying to catch him in his words. Okay? This is what they were doing. Okay? And it says, and he answered and said unto them, I will ask you, bear me just a minute. And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we say from heaven, he will say, why then believe him ye him not? Okay? That's what they would say. Okay? Because they had been in conflict with their minds. Was it from the Most High? Because he was sent from the Most High. But they didn't want to admit that he was sent from the Most High. You know, so there was a lot of things that Yahawashi put out there for them to stumble upon. And they were really stumbling upon their own words. Okay? The Pharisees had a habit of doing that. Stumbling upon their own words. Okay? But if we say of men, all the people will stone us. So it says, if we say of men, all the people will stone us. Because Yahawashi, it was not of men he was doing all these things. It was from the Heavenly Father. See? You see what I mean? So, again, the Pharisees, they caught themselves up. Okay? Very just a minute. For they were persuaded that John was a prophet. Okay? Persuaded. They answered him, and they could not tell whence it was. So they could not tell whence it was. Okay? At all. Okay? But they knew Yahawashi was the son of the Most. They knew. Okay? But they just didn't want to admit it. They had demons on them. Heavy demons. Okay? And Yahawashi said unto them, neither would I tell you what authority I do these things. Then began he to speak to the people this parable, which is a dark saying, a riddle, a metaphor, explaining something. Okay? And Yahawashi said, mentioned, a certain man planted a vineyard, okay, and the vineyard also represents what? Children of Israel, okay, but the husbandmen beat him, slacker, and let it forth to husbandmen. So what are the husbandmen? The husbandmen are those that are toiling that ground, that land, okay, and it says, and let it forth to the husbandmen, and went into a far country for a long time. And at the season he sent a servant to the husbandmen. Okay? And there has been men that have been sent unto other men just to teach the words. That was their whole duty. That was their whole thing, just to teach the words. Okay? And it says that they should give him the fruit of the vineyard, but the husbandmen beat him. Okay? And sent him away empty. Okay? And again he sent another servant, and they beat him also. So you can acquaint this with men that have been brought unto you or unto particular camps, and the scripture says, blessed when men shall cast them out. They shall cast you out. And beat him and entreated him shamefully. So there's going to be many that are entreated shamefully. Okay? And it's not you per se. It's men, they personalize things. It's Yahawashi that they have a problem with. It's not you. But they look for a fault in you so they can say, see, now it's him. No, it's Yahawashi they have a problem with. Okay? And again he sent the third. Okay? Another man of the Lord. And they wounded him also and cast him out. So you're going to have men that are excommunicated. It's not because they're wicked. It's because the spirit of Yahawashi is within them. And they done the same thing to Yahawashi. So them same individuals, they're going to do the same thing to what? To you. That's why you've got to be spiritual. Well, you have to be spiritual. Okay? And it says, and they wounded him also and cast him out. So they beat him. Then said the Lord of the vineyard. And who's the Lord of that vineyard? Who's the Lord of this vineyard? Yahawashi. Okay. What shall I do? So what was the judgment going to be? What was the judgment going to be? Okay. I will send my beloved son. Okay. And it says, it may be well. Okay. It may be they will reverence him when they see him. And this is even twofold with Yahawashi. Okay. That they reverence him. A lot of people, they didn't reverence Yahawashi. So they're not going to reverence those that Yahawashi sent. Okay. But when the husband saw him, they reasoned among themselves, saying, this is the heir. Okay. The future ruler. Okay. Come and let us kill him. Okay. That we may inherit. That we may, the inheritance may be ours. Okay. So that's what they're going to do. Okay. Because they done the same thing to the prophets. That's why Yahawashi was telling us of these things. And that's what the Pharisees were doing. Claiming to believe in the Most High. Claiming to believe in Yahawashi. But they were against Yahawashi. They were not for Yahawashi. It was all hypocrisy. How can you say you love the Most High, but you hate... Yeah, how can you say you love the Most High, but you hate Yahawashi? How does that doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Okay? You can't say you love the Most High, but you hate Yahawashi. Okay? Come on, man. He shall come to destroy these husbandmen. So these men, they're in the truth. These men are in the truth. And they're going to be destroyed. And shall give the vineyards to others, those that deserve it. And when they heard it, they said, the Most High forbids. Okay? And he beheld them and said, what is this? That is written. The stone which the builders rejected, which was Yahawashi. How can you be building, but the main stone is Yahawashi, but you're rejecting that main stone? And that main stone is Yahawashi. How are you going to reject the major stone? Madness. Okay? The stone with the builders rejected, okay, which is Yahawashi. He's that major stone. Okay? The same has become the head of the corner, which is Yahawashi. And Yahawashi is the head of the church. Okay? Whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken. So, obviously, that's why you want to be speaking the words of Yahawashi. So, that's going to shift out those that are broken by Yahawashi. Because if you're in Yahawashi, you're not going to be broken by these words. In the terms of being broken down and built up, yes, but you're not going to be broken down to the point where you're broken down, where you're condemned by Yahawashi and you can't teach the words. You understand what I'm saying? But on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. So this is what this word does. When you're teaching effectively, when you're teaching Yahawashi, what is it doing? It's breaking our enemies down to powder. That's what this word's supposed to do. And it was breaking them Pharisees, them murderers, okay, of the prophets into powder. Okay? And it says, and the chief priests and scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him. Why did they sought to lay hands on him? If this truth, if it resonated with them, why would they sought to lay hands on him? Because it applied to them. They were offended. They were not about Yahawashi. They were demons. They were devils. When we talk about devils, not just speaking about Esau, okay? Speaking about the wicked of our own people. Okay? So they wanted to grab him up. Okay? That's why men will watch your videos and they start gnashing their teeth. Okay? And they fed the people. Okay? For they perceived that he had been, they perceived that he spoke in his parable against them. So they perceived it. You know, well, is he speaking about me? He must be. Well, that's the thing. When we do videos, we do it through the Spirit. If it applies to you, it applies to you. If it don't apply to you, then why are you catching demons when you hear these videos? Because you're obviously the killers of the prophets. You obviously came against them prophets. And they watched him and sent forth spies. So it's the same thing today in the truth. It says they watched him and they sent forth spies. So you have men that are going to do the same thing to us. They're going to watch us and they're going to send forth spies. Okay? That's what they're going to do. Yeah, keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on this. I'm onto this guy. You ain't onto shit. I'm onto this. You ain't onto shit. Yahawashi is onto you. Okay? You killer of the prophets. Okay? Which should feign themselves just men. So you have men that are pretending to be just men when they're not just men. Feigning means pretending, false, when they're really wicked. They're full of dead man's bones. Okay? But they might take hold, wait just a minute, that they might take hold of his words. So they set up men, you're going to have men that are set up to trying to overthrow you. No, this is what I'm going to say. There's going to be men in the truth that claim to be in the truth. They're going to set up other men in the truth to try and overthrow you. And to try and take you in your words. Okay? And it says, that they may take hold of his words, but they might deliver him unto the power of the authority of the governor. So you have men that they'll be more than willing to try and give you over to the authorities, Esau. Why? Because you're of your father the devil. Okay? You have men that will do that. Okay? So that's it on that. But that's why we're in a very, very evil time. Very evil time. And that's why brothers have to be circumspect. The scripture tells you be circumspect, because it's a very, very evil time you're in. Very. Okay? Go to Ephesians. You're teaching in an evil spirit. Okay? And it says, bear with me just a minute. Ephesians 5 and start at 9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness. The fruit. Okay, again that word fruit. The fruit of the Spirit is us doing what we're doing. That's the fruit of the Spirit. Okay, it's in all righteousness. So our righteousness is what? According to what? What we do. According to the scriptures. Okay, is in all righteousness and in truth. So if it's all in all righteousness and truth, you're not going to be lying. You're not going to be telling porcupines. Okay, and it says, proving what is acceptable. Okay, so right now we're proving what is acceptable. We're not partial when it comes to wickedness. We're not partial. We burn out all wickedness. We're not partial with it. Oh, this is my friend, I can't say this. That's partiality. That means you're not a true judge. Okay? And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Being lukewarm. Being mischievous. Okay? Not pushing to the best. That's the unfruitful works of darkness. And what? The things of this world. LGBT, same-sex marriage. Okay? Equal rights. Okay? And the rest of the wickedness that is in this world. Okay? And it says, but rather reprove them. So, yes, we're doing that. Okay? And if anybody comes on my page and say, oh, but why, how comes he doesn't speak of that? Come on, don't chat rubbish. We touch on, if you come to my channel, we touch on all topics. All topics. Okay? All topics. But the main thing we speak upon is Yahawashi. Okay? For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. Okay? Deceit works, slandering, false accusing. Okay? Maliciousness. All types of forms of wickedness. It's a shame to speak of those things that are done in darkness. But how do them things that are done in darkness get brought up? By this word. Okay? And it says, for it is a shame to speak of those things which are done to them in secret. So if you're plotting on a man, that's going to be brought to light. Okay? That you're just a mischievous demon. Okay? And it says, but all things that are reproved. So of course, when you come to the truth, you get reproved, and that's how you become better. That's how you what? You wake up to the truth. So all those things that are reproved. So when you're reproving something, you're making it known. Okay? Are made manifest by the light. So when you come to the truth, okay, you're willing to take the reproof, the rebuke, and guess what? All the things you've done in the world are gone. Why? Because you're made a new man. You're reproved. So everything you've done is reproved by the light, and that's how you become a new man. But a lot of men, they want to stray away from that. Okay? They want to put on this image that they're holier than thou. But when you do that, you just put a scope on yourself. And really you show yourself to be wicked. Okay? For whatsoever doth maketh manifest is light. And this is what makes manifest the word. Okay? Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest. Okay? Some people, they're still in a sleeping. Our people are still in a sleeping state. So it says, arise and awake. Okay? Thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee a light. So when we hear this truth, what are we made? Arisen through this truth. And what? We've came into that light, so you're no more dead, you're no more sleeping. Okay? And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly. So when you're walking circumspectly, you're looking around, fully navigated, so you're looking all around. Your eyes are on the ball. Okay? And Mashiach shall give thee light. So he's given us this light, and we're supposed to declare his light. Okay? Not some rubbish in the world. Okay? That's not profitable. Apostle warning people about what Yahawashi, what he's coming to do. Okay, who he's coming for, who he's going to give salvation to. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. And how do we do that? By redeeming the time. And how do we redeem the time? By what? Going into these prophecies. Okay? Warning our people. Okay? Because the days are evil, and the days are really evil. So knowing the days are evil, what are we going to do? Teach Yahawashi. Redeeming the time, go into these prophecies, sort everything out. Okay? And it says, wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord Yahawashi is. Okay? So you don't want to be unwise, but you want to be understanding what's the will, because this is about not our will, Yahawashi's will. A lot of men, they want to do their own will. What the will of Yahweh Yahawashi is. So when we come to the truth, it's no longer about what our will is. It's about Yahawashi's will. And he's bringing his what will to light. And check the time. Okay? It's all about his will. That's why the scriptures say, let Yahawashi's will, Yahweh's will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Not our own will. Okay? The will of Yahawashi. Okay? And this is verse 18. And it says, and be not drunk with wine. Okay? It doesn't mean you cannot drink. You can drink. But drink with wine, what's like the philosophies? Be not drunk with wine. The philosophies of this world. Lies. Okay? And it says, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So how are you filled with the Spirit? By being in the Word. That's how you're filled with the Spirit. How could you be filled with the Spirit but you're in the flesh all the time? That's how you're filled by the Spirit, through being in the Word, by teaching the Word. Okay? Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. And this is a song right now. This is a beautiful song. Okay? Singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord Yahweh Yahawashi. So right now we're singing and we're making melody in our heart, in our mind to the Lord. And this is what? A beautiful song. Because when you're singing a song, you know, a song is what's sung in melody. It's done in a particular melody. Okay? And it says, melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things to the Most High and the Father in Yahawashi. So this is what we do. Okay, so with this song, I'll shut off here, Lord willing. This was edifying, and until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect across the globe. Shalom.